the word. Follow along for more.
Breaking news, First Lady Melania, Trump's biggest enemy, Amanda Ungaro, just gave her first on-record interview. And what she said could burn lives to the ground. She said Paolo Zampoli, Trump's special envoy, the man who had his baby mama deported, was a recruiter of girls for Jeffrey Epstein, allegedly. That's her claim, on record and in writing. This was never a secret in the New York fashion world. She reached out to Melania after her deportation. She says Melania knew, ghosted her, and hung her out to dry. She went on to say that Melania witnessed highly compromising interactions over the course of 20 years. She also says the story Zampoli tells about how Melania met Donald Trump, she says it's a bald-faced lie and that everyone in that world knows it. Now, it's pretty well documented that Epstein punched the First Lady's time card a year before Donald Trump even met her. And don't take my word for it. Here it is, word for word from Jeffrey Epstein with receipts. The first time Donald had sex with Melania was on my plane. Little did he know I beat him to the punch a year before when I was at a party of New York's top models by Metropolitan Models. Things got pretty wild, and by the end of the night, I ended up almost naked in the back of a limo going at it with Melania. Now Amanda Ungaro is in Brazil. No passport. Son is in New York with that garlic braider who had her deported. There is an active arrest warrant out for Ungaro in Florida, filed by a prosecutor who was exchanging emails with Zampoli. They tried to crush her.
And for anybody who's saying, you talked about this yesterday, or you talked about this the other day, this is part 2. We're going to do something totally different. So keep watching and you'll understand exactly why I'm playing this.
She's still breathing and still talking. She just told this outlet that she will testify before the House Oversight Committee. Will they give her immunity? Who knows? All we know for sure is that Melania gave that weird, shaky 6-minute speech denying her ties to Epstein. So First Lady Melania Trump's former friend and now sworn blood enemy Amanda Ungaro has now changed course, and it's getting weird. The woman who sat at Melania's inauguration table and then went scorched earth, Amanda was going to tear down the system. She called out Melania directly. She called Trump a PDF file and claimed that she had 20 years of dirt on them. Now those tweets, they're deleted. Why?
And this is what we're talking about right here. Yesterday on a live stream, if you didn't catch it, I'm going to play some of it today. We had a great conversation about, is Amanda Ungaro doing all of this for money, or does she want to save the victims? And I want to continue that conversation, because after that show was over yesterday, my comments were flooded with people who actually wanted to come on the show and speak their minds. So today, I would like to invite all the people watching to, I'm going to drop the link. And if you want to come up, let's have this conversation about who was right and who was wrong when it comes to Amanda Ungaro, one, going to jail. That part, of course, we already know is wrong. But her saying that she lost her child, even though her child is 16, is that still considered a child, even though a 16-year-old is a child, but you lost your child to the father of your child? How did you lose your child if your child is with her father or his father? All right. So drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you're at.
Why? Because corruption, justice, and victims have now seemed to have taken a backseat to, yep, you guessed it, money. When someone tweeted at her to speak up yesterday, her response was, for free, idiot.
So right here, this is kind of like what sparked the conversation yesterday. Amanda Ungaro, a woman that has the ability to literally tear down the entire Trump administration through Melania Trump, because Amanda Ungaro, for those who don't know, was Melania Trump's best friend for the last 20 years. And she knows where all of the bodies, proverbial bodies, are buried. And a person on Twitter, after her ranting on Twitter herself, they come in and say, Amanda wants money. She doesn't care about victims. She lost all credibility with 2 words: for free. So that sparked the conversation like, yo, is this woman actually looking to expose this woman and expose Donald Trump in order to save these potential victims and the past victims? Or does she just want some money? Is she starting all of this or causing all this chaos, I would say, simply for attention and money? Or does she actually want to see and seek justice? So let's keep going. But everybody watching, I'm about to drop the link. If anybody wants to come up and have this conversation, you are welcomed. So let me drop the card game link and let's keep going and hit the like button, and drop your city in the chat and let me know where you at.
Listen, we are the company we keep. In this case, you've got this gorgeous Brazilian model tethered to an ugly, universally reviled slimeball like Paolo Zampoli, who introduced Donald to Melania, you know, Jeffrey Epstein's good friend. But the part that's truly disgusting is that while she was sitting in a Miami jail, Zampoli reportedly dropped dime to a senior ICE official to flag her expired visa. They snatched her up before she could even post bail. Yep, the mother of his child and partner for 19 years. When you lie down with dogs, you get fleas. So don't give me the babe in the woods routine, Amanda. From where I'm
Right. You lie down with dogs, you get fleas. And that's where the rest of this conversation is going to go now. I look at Amanda Ungaro due to her latest ways of moving. I don't think she's interested in seeking justice at all. I think all of this seems to be a money play, and she's using her 16-year-old son as a form of victimhood, even though her 16-year-old son is safe with her father. So you didn't lose your son. Your son just decided to live with his father. And what exactly is wrong with that?
sitting, Amanda Ungaro does not seem interested in saving anyone but herself.
All right, so it looks like we're not getting any more information at this time in regards to Melania, Amanda Ungaro, and the Epstein of it all. She is pausing. Now, this is coming from Anthony Andrews, who was in direct contact with Amanda Ungaro. He's over on X, and he's letting us know that Amanda Ungaro has paused because she's overwhelmed.
Because she's overwhelmed, or she hasn't gotten the payday that she was expecting. And that is why we're having this conversation. Is she actually overwhelmed? I don't think so. I think she started all this thinking that somebody was going to hit her with a huge payday and she was going to be on TMZ, or she was going to be on CNN, or she was going to be on some podcast or some show, and she was going to get a bunch of money. So that's what we're talking about. So let's go to this right here and let's get it. What are your thoughts on all of this? Okay, so this was yesterday, and I'm going to drop the link. And if anybody wants to continue this conversation, I'm dropping the StreamYard link right now, and let's have it. I'm dropping the StreamYard link right now, and the StreamYard link means you can click it and come up and be on the show with me like these young ladies were yesterday. All right, so let's have this conversation. What are your thoughts on all of this?
I feel like she was a victim. She was brought on when she was very young. She was very vulnerable from a country where she probably didn't have the means that now she has become accustomed to. And so she went into this relationship. The child is actually 16 years old. He's not 8. You keep saying that he's 8, but he's 16. And if you look at a lot of different scenarios with women, we don't normally see who we are with until we are well into the relationship, is when we actually see who the person is and when they see who we are as well. And so she could have been already well into the relationship by the time she was already tied into all of this, is what I am guessing from what I've seen. And by that time, she was too deep into it. And so now you saying that she is not going to do it for free, I wouldn't do it for free either, only because she's coming up against somebody who's very powerful. And she's going to need security. I mean, she's bringing down a lot of people.
Okay, I understand that. So let me ask you this. What do you think my stance on this? What is your perception of what I am saying?
I feel.
All right, so hold on 1 second. I gotta fix something. We're going to continue the conversation. Just got to fix something real quick. And I dropped the StreamYard link if anybody wants to come up. Just give me a second. I just got to redo it. All right, here we go.
That she is selfish for wanting to do this for money as opposed to just doing it for all the victims. But I do understand that. Definitely. Like you should just want to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. But when safety and security is a concern, then money could help her protect herself in the aftermath of what she is willing to expose.
Okay, so what if she doesn't get the money? Is she just never going to say anything? Is she just on Twitter selling wolf tickets?
You also got to put yourself out there to get the money.
Exactly. So you can't just get on Twitter and be like, "Oh, I'm going to tear this whole thing down," and then, run up under a bed with your tail tucked between your legs. Like nobody's going to. Because the thing about it is, we have to see what type of balls you have before we give you the money. You might be selling wolf tickets. You might not tell everything. You might be as terrible as these other people, and you don't want to end up in a RICO case. So you might not even have nothing to say. Because like I said, I think she is a co-conspirator and a victim. I think she is a victim and a co-conspirator. She's been with these people, all of these disgusting people for 20 plus years. Since the age of 17, like you said. She knows Epstein. She knows all these damn people. And she has something to do with this stuff. And if she comes out, she could turn around, because you got to think about it. She's not going to get immunity automatically. She can get immunity, but she can only get immunity if what she says is worth getting immunity for. So she could turn around and get her payday, not get immunity, and put herself in a position where she can go to prison herself. So
I agree with everything you're saying.
You can't just be running around like, I'm expose this whole thing. Ma'am, you can't expose this whole thing because you did some of the whole thing. So do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you. She is a co-conspirator. She was in those rooms.
Yeah.
She was with those people. And so, yeah.
Oh, wow. This is a great point right here. Asia, thank you for saying this. She says, yup, just like Cassie and Diddy. She loved it when she loved it. And she was a victim. I'm tired of that victim card. Yes. So I'm looking at Amanda Ungaro the same way I looked at Cassie. And if you watched my Diddy coverage, that was probably like a year and a half ago, I said the same thing about Cassie. I'm like, Cassie, you are not a victim. I need you to stop whining. You are not a victim. You are a co-conspirator. And if you remember in the Diddy trial that got Diddy put in prison, Cassie got immunity. Cassie got immunity. That's the reason why she testified, because the things that she was saying would have gotten her put in prison also, because she was a co-conspirator. So when you look at this situation with this Ungaro woman, she's Cassie, she's like Cassie. So this is a conversation that I just want to have with you guys. Are we going to sit here and look at these women as our little victims every time something goes wrong? Hey.
Oh, wow, am I live? This is crazy.
Yes, you're live. How are you?
Hello, Mr. Let Go. I'm good. And you?
I'm doing great.
This is a bit unexpected. Just let me grab a beer, and I have to delay picking up my daughter for a moment. Okay, let's get in. No, but let's get in. What do you want to know about my perspective as a Slovenian on this?
Well, you have to let me know what you know, because I don't even know what to ask, because I need to see, what you like. Okay. the characters in this situation is Donald Trump, Melania Trump, Amanda Ungaro, and Paulo
Let's just jump
Zampoli.
in to your show. I know you're
Yeah.
very intensive. Let's jump in. Listen, I just know the general situation. Slovenia is a very new country. Is it's basically, see, my English is very good. It's like a colony of America right now, right?
Mhm.
So what I know, because everyone knows everyone in Slovenia, it's also a Freemasonic country, by the way, just like America. We have those pyramids everywhere, and Slavic women in general, for the IHOppers, are like a trophy. You know, we are
Hold on. So
there.
who's a trophy?
Slavic women.
Okay, so Slavic, that's the word. Slavic, what's the word? What's it?
Yes, we are Slavs. Is like the oldest, let's say, genetic group we formed, and as soon as this formed, we built cities and towns. Let's call them the nomads, the IHOpians, right?
Okay.
Appeared, and
So
it's kind of, we were the
Slovenian women.
oldest enemy, you understand? And when they take our women,
Yeah.
it's like kind of they want to put it in our face. Like, I feel for black people, to be honest, they do all kinds of things to you guys, but
Yeah.
for Slovenian women, it's like we resent Melania. She's kind of a sellout, she's like this whore that now is being paraded. And what I know as a Slovenian, because such a small country is not a real country, if you ask me. Slavic nations are real. Slovenia has 2 million people. So everyone hears something. Okay?
Okay, so let me slow down. So for the people watching, when she says IHOpian or IHOP, we're talking about the blue and white country that starts with an I that nobody talks about. Okay, we have our own lingo here. Yeah. So it's the little country that has taken over America, the little blue and white country, but we're not going to talk about it, right? So what you're saying is kind of like what I said about the Erika Kirk situation, where they would go get a woman from Slovenia. Is that the country? I just want to make sure I'm saying it right.
That is the country of only 2 million people.
Yeah, Slovenia.
Yugoslavia, right? And they bombed us for 2 months.
Yeah, go get those women and bring them to America and make them into models, and they would use the women, and they would
it goes it goes way thousands of years to tangle your brain. It's really the nomads, the IHOpians, and the Slavs. We go back millennia. So for them to kind of get the Slavic women, put it on display like we got, and like Melania, it's just how they ridicule Christians. It's just it's a cherry on top. Let's put it like that.
So
of mockery.
Okay, so why y'all in particular? So first, you're saying Melania Trump is Slovenian, right?
Yes, and she was born 30 kilometers from where I was born, so I hear things. So, for example, long before Obama, friend of a friend, you can't confirm that, you can believe me or not, I don't care, right? But for example, friend of a friend had Trumps for dinner way before Obama. And it was already said, well, there will be a black president, then it will be me. Like, it's all decided. So in Slovenia, we know that in America, elections are fake, and that all this is decided, Americans are still, I feel for you there. But we kind of have this understanding. But about this, her supposed daughter at 15 years old, I just don't believe that one personally. I'm not, I don't know, I wasn't there, but personally, I just know families in Slovenia and parents in Slovenia, and parents in Slovenia are very naive. We had modeling agencies coming to our elementary schools when I was 12, 13.
Stop right there. That's what we got to have a conversation about. So, wow,
So
that
it's
just blew
common
my mind.
practice. I really don't think that's her child because this is normal practice, and it's such a small country. Then once they are both famous, they would kind of, seek each other out and know each other.
Wait. I just want to hone down on what you just said. You said modeling agencies are
Mhm.
coming to your elementary schools.
Elementary schools, yeah. And I
What
never
the
even thought
hell?
anything about it. Like, you understand? Like, now when I watch you and I see the things unfolding, I'm like, oh my God, that was actually kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
Uh, I remember I was 12, 13. They came and they was like, we taking pictures of you. You can be a model. And I like had a physicist father that just came home and was ranting about how models are, horse. And
Hmm.
so I didn't touch that. I studied, biology. And I also know a model that went to that world, told me
Yeah.
they really do treat you like cattle, like
Yes.
cows. And she
Yeah.
went out, she studied biology, a master of something, and like that's why I think it's a fake story. This about her daughter, because I think Melania is just the one that gave in. That's why we have no respect for her, right? I don't
Right.
think she was like Erika is like she is bred in America. To me, it looks like for a specific purpose.
Yes.
Um, from specific people. Knowing Slovenian parents, Slovenian culture, I don't think that's Melania. I think she just was pretty, as most Slavic women are.
Hmm.
Uh, she was beautiful, and she gave in. She got good. I do believe there's a connection with her supposed daughter, in terms of handlers, in terms of modeling agencies, in terms of all
Yeah.
those people. Definitely a connection, right?
Hmm.
And the down from this Knaus, the other Knaus, not Melania, was her name, is
And just to give people an understanding what we're talking about, Melania's maiden name is Knaus,
Knaus with
and
a
she
V, not
has
double. Not
an
you,
estranged. Okay, and there's speculation of her having an estranged daughter by Jeffrey EpiPen, Jeffrey Ep, and whether it's true or not is just speculation, and that's kind of like what we're talking about right here. So, can you go a little deeper into the DJ girl? She's a DJ. Do you do you think that's her daughter, or if you don't think, where is all this coming from? Do you think it's by EpiPen or what? Jeffrey EpiPen? What do you think?
knowing the town she is from,
Mhm.
it's a town that kind of, fallen industrial town. A lot of people with lost hopes and dreams, very lost people.
Yeah.
After Slovenia fell, you know what they do? They sell your industry off, they kill it. So it's just another town like that. So I think they do come for beautiful women of Slovenia, make them stars in America or wherever.
Yeah.
And I think it's just copy paste because this last name, okay, it does sound the same, Knaus, but it's just a popular last name. It doesn't mean a connection at all. I can't see why Melania, if she had this child at 15, would send her to this shitty little town. Like, why? Like, it's more likely that this DJ was from this shitty little town, had, needed to get out, did everything
Hmm.
she could. And just like Melania became famous and probably is also doing weird stuff. I'm not defending this woman. I'm just saying I don't think she's her daughter. Okay, go after her ass. She's a traitor. Probably if she's that famous, she did some weird stuff. And the connection, I think, is all. I think that's correct. I think they are both connected via same handlers, EpiPen, all those people. Okay,
Yeah.
that's true. Being a daughter, yeah, I don't think so. Why would you send your child at 15 to this shitty little town to live there? Change her name only
Yeah.
slightly. And what would the parents say and their neighbors? We all know each other in Slovenia. Someone would talk, right? And they wouldn't send her back to USA if at 15 she would have all this situation. Like, I just don't, just knowing my culture.
Yeah.
uh, I don't believe that based on that, how
Okay.
things kind of work around here,
Yeah. So,
I do. Yeah.
let's get back to something you said with the you witnessing yourself that modeling agencies were coming to your elementary school, right? So
Mm-hmm.
some people don't know about this as far as yearbooks. So I'm just going to play this video. I don't have time to bring it to my computer, so I'm just going to play the audio. Everybody listen to this.
Files, but let me go ahead and take. Parents are pissed off about the Life Touch CEO being in the files, but let me go ahead and take it a couple steps further for you. So if you don't know me personally, you probably don't know that I was the yearbook chair for our school's PTA. And when I took over, I switched publishers from a national publisher to a smaller, more boutique publisher. And we used a local photographer that I don't actually like. I think their photos are crap, but it's a local photographer and not Life Touch. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm.
Okay. What she's saying is, because she's babbling a little bit, but Life Touch, there's a company called Life Touch, and anybody can look this up. The company called Life Touch runs all of the yearbooks. So elementary school, middle school, whatever. When you're in a yearbook, there's a company called Life Touch that takes all of your pictures and put them in a database. And guess what? Life Touch are in the Epstein files. Okay. So the company that takes pictures of your kids while they're in elementary school, middle school, and high school, that company is in the Epstein files. So here we go right here. Let's keep going.
All of them, mine and yours alike. So you all know the curriculum McGraw-Hill, right? But do you know the history of McGraw-Hill? And do you know who McGraw-Hill is also owned by? McGraw-Hill is owned by a private equity firm called Platinum. Platinum Equity also owns Just
Uh-oh.
in the nation. Also sell all like the graduation merch and all that stuff too, but we won't get into that. But Kyle, why do I care about McGraw-Hill and Jostens and Platinum Equity?
So, so, all of it is connected, and that's kind of like my point. I know she kind of like got a little off the rails, but what she's saying is Life Touch is a company that runs yearbooks, and the reason why that has a lot to do with what we're saying is that's most likely the reason why modeling agencies are coming to your schools. Not just schools, but elementary schools.
3 houses from Laura up. Sorry, my husband has to pick up my daughter.
Okay.
3 houses
so
from
all
Laura.
together.
Yes,
So
listen. I'm not. Yes, I don't know, but I would absolutely have no doubt that it's all connected. Absolutely, I would have no doubt. Because in Slovenia, people don't really know who really runs this shit. Okay, since we got our, independence by the, USA bombing.
So just think about this. Your elementary kids would take school pictures, right? And then the school pictures would be uploaded to Life Touch, and Life Touch would possibly send your kids' pictures to modeling agencies. And next thing you know, modeling agencies are now watching your daughter's pictures. And then when she goes to middle school, her faces show up in the database and say, oh, she's getting older. I see her maturing. And next thing you know, the modeling agencies can actually target your freaking kids. And that's the reason why I'm stuck on what you said, that your elementary schools were visited by modeling agencies. And that's the reason why they come to Slovenia to come get women. They watched y'all grow up. Damn.
I have no doubts in that. I mean, this was 25 years ago, almost, that I remember. There was no like such technology. But listen, they had, Slovenian women are famous for being beautiful, right? Okay. You don't even have to do that. You just come to our schools, right?
Yeah.
Like, you go to all of our schools, you fish.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let me keep playing the video a little bit, Flav. You can keep hanging out, and then we'll comment on that also. That's okay?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. All right. So let me play some more of the video. And if anybody else wants to come up, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. Just click the link and you can be a part of the show also. All right. So let's keep going. This is crazy.
Yeah, she would need immunity.
It makes
So
But I
here's
her
what's
feel
even
crazy.
less personal for
I feel
asking
like
for
what
money.
motivates her the most is that she doesn't have access to her child as she did before.
This won't give her
Okay.
access to her child, though.
So here's the thing. Here's what's crazy. She's not asking for immunity. She's asking for money. See, if she really cared about these people, if she really cared about these victims or victims like her, she would say, hey, give me immunity. I'll tell everything. But no, she said, give me some money and I'll tell everything.
So
So
if she's not asking for immunity, then maybe she's not a co-conspirator.
no, she is a co-conspirator. You can't not be a co-conspirator and be around these disgusting people for 20 years. It's almost impossible. She witnessed it all and didn't say anything. So Hearts Untouchable, thank you for being here also. What do you think?
Thank you. I agree with everything you say. I mean, I can't deny anything. Everything you say is the truth. And she's putting herself out there to be, if she wants this money, how is she going to set it up? And she's going to be tracked down. We're dealing with the president. I mean, I wouldn't do it. And if she cared about her child, it's a whole bad, it just looks shady.
Right.
From the get-go.
So it's like, if she wants custody of her child, doing this, keep her child away from her.
That's
because
right.
Now she's in danger.
That's right.
She's in danger now. So she doesn't need to be around her child because if they. So right here, what we're talking about is it right or wrong for Paolo Zampoli to get custody of their child, and is the woman Amanda a victim because he took her child, took his child, and has him in his custody? Do something to her, which they did to Charlie Kirk. Why would they want her child to be around that? Charlie Kirk wasn't around his child when he got unalived.
Right.
What are you talking about? His child was safe with the person that possibly unalived him, which is Erika Kirk. So you don't put the child with the person that is exposing everything, because if something happens to that person, now the child is going to be in a bad situation. So this ain't about her child either. I think this woman is just looking for attention.
Is going through just the same way that men can relate to the part about being alienated from her child. And so a lot of us women can relate in regards to being in a relationship where we do feel trapped, where we were vulnerable, where we were young, where we were distanced from our family and our friends, maybe not completely in a whole nother country. It's more severe in her case. And so the men that we have chosen out of us, some of the times do bring us into situations that put us in danger. And so now she's being humbled by spending all that time in jail. And then also she's being affected, she's being hurt by not having access to her child. Like you said, it's both of their son.
Child. Yeah.
So it's affecting her not to be able to be in the country where her child prefers to be. And that part is understandable because he's not native to her home country. So it's normal for him.
So here's the problem right here. She's like causing all of these problems with Melania Trump and Donald Trump, and said she's going to expose this and expose that, which we all want her to do. But she's living off of this premise that the reason why this is happening is because Paolo Zampoli took her child from her. Her child is 16. He didn't take nothing. He deported you because you don't have a visa, which is a bad thing, but you can't be a victim of your own life. And if your son wants to live in America versus living in Brazil, that's not victimhood. That is your son's choice. So do you have any thoughts on that, or you want to keep going?
No, this is way too personal for me. I have no idea what those people. I can just comment on. Yeah, I don't think Melania is a high-level operative. That's all.
I get it. Yeah.
Those people
to
are
not want to go and
Okay.
spend
no, they're
summers or
they're
spend 6
involved,
months
but,
over there
you know.
because he's not native to that. And so she needs to be able to be in this country. And the part about him not marrying her or not facilitating the green card or the citizenship, that all gives him control. And I see that happen with a lot. My parents are immigrants. So I see this a lot in my community where a lot of people do get married in order to facilitate citizenship or a green card. And so that
Yeah.
part of it seems to have been weaponized against her now that she's from what I understand, the man was having sexual relations with prostitutes while they were all in the same home.
Hey. We can't say certain things on YouTube. Just be careful. Just be careful.
Allegedly.
Yeah, don't say anything about sex at all because I just don't want YouTube to mess with me. That's all. But go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. And so I mean, I understand that there was a lot of things that were happening or could have been possibly happening in the around her that she witnessed. Yes, but as far as being a co-conspirator, possible, but not necessarily.
So the thing about it is, everything you said, I agree with you. I totally understand. But when you go online and say this,
First Lady Melania Trump's bestie of 20 years, Amanda Ungaro, is unleashing holy hell on X, and with good reason. Here's how it started.
When you go out, if you're a victim, if you're scared, if you're worried, and you go and unleash holy hell on X about people, now people gonna be like, "Oh,
yeah, I will weigh in on that one,"
and they like,
because
"Oh, I ain't gonna say
am
nothing
a
unless you give me some money."
myself. Yeah, I agree with that one. Yeah, because I am also a victim. I would never operate in that way. It's at some point like, no, I'm actually too scared to do anything about anything. And then if someone offers me money, that's not the motivation, for sure not. You're still scared. Money doesn't make you overpower
all your fear, right? Right, because it's either okay. Because here's the thing: when it comes to seeking justice, you kind of put your safety at risk for the sake of justice, and you're just like, you know what? I gotta speak up for all of the victims, and if something happens to me, I hope it doesn't, but I'm willing to take that chance because somebody has to, right? That's a conviction.
Or you're just scared and you just don't ever do anything.
Yeah.
Like I haven't.
Or either you're scared and you don't say anything, right? So those are the two different choices that the average person makes. But nobody comes out and says, I'm going to do this and do that and expose everything if you give me some money. Because then you look like you're not genuine. You just are out to get some money. And nobody's going to believe what you say.
It's so sophisticated. I don't even know. Maybe this woman is just another distraction from, I don't know, a draft coming for you guys. Palantir, I don't know. You guys are screwed there. So it could be, that's why I'm offering my perspective, because everyone's like jumping crazy on this Melania has a child train, and I just grew up in this country, and I don't know, it'd be hard to hide. And this Terbolia that this DJ is from, it just totally makes sense that because she was in this town that I know, towns, really tiny country. So, it makes sense that she just, got out of this town, had no job opportunity, no future. Someone discovered her. She probably some people.
And now she's married to the president of the United States.
Yes, and I'm also talking now. I was talking about this other Knaus, which also makes sense. Like it's the same story, but I don't think one is the mother of another, right?
Okay.
It's just
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Erika Kirk's Romanian Angels Orphanage. Are there Romanian Angels Orphanage type places in Slovenia where they have this fake orphanage and it turns into some type of model preparation system?
No.
Okay.
No, not like that. Not in the entire Balkan. We were, because Yugoslavia, before you bombed us for 2 months, was a big, strong country, and we had no crime. And that's why they can afford doing this in Slovenia, but not too much. In Romania, it's far gone. They have all kinds of issues there. Also Slavic people, but more issues. Like Yugoslavia, up to, I was born 2 years in Yugoslavia, then it fell apart. So before that, we had like 40 years of paradise. You understand? Those parents, they have no idea about traffic lights. Okay.
Yeah.
My parents, I would just go places, you know, alone at 8 years old. Just go, you know, nothing would happen. And they are completely unprepared for this new world, you know. That's why, but they can't push too much in Slovenia because people still hold the values of Yugoslavia. So you can't come with some fake orphanage and do all this. I recall one incident of a person disappearing, and later I found via a friend of friend again that his organs were missing, right?
Oh wow.
And we don't have a ton of this happening. We really have no crime. So
why is
this
Romania? Why is Romania like? Why do they victimize the people in Romania in particular? Because there's multiple people, not just Erika Kirk and her mom. It was a pastor. I forgot his name, but everybody like opens up orphanages
a lot
in
of
Romania.
it is geographical. I will be honest, a lot of it is geographical.
But why? Do you know? I'm just saying you may know a little bit more about why Romania out of all places. What's going on in Romania?
It's really, a lot of it is geography. Really, I mean, that's how history went, right? You run for the mountains when this. Iran is now really, you know, it's geography. It's a lot of military there. And Romania already had like a lot of gypsies there and all other nations. And, you know, Yugoslavia, like I said, was a strong country with borders and real culture. And some call our great foreign leader a dictator, you know, like they always do. So that's why it's not that prevalent in Slovenia. We still have some of those strong values. It was a strong country of Yugoslavia. It was safe, you know.
Right. Okay. Well, let me keep going with this video, but thank you for your insight. So, because I'm learning some things, because you know we're in America, so we look at they go to this country and that country and do this and do that. You know, it's good to know that some countries that don't have a lot of population, they still have strong values, strong governments, and they actually are protecting a lot of you instead of just, you know, like what they're doing in Romania. Okay. Because even Andrew Tate was in Romania doing webcam stuff. So I'm just like, what is going on in Romania in particular? And the pastor's name was Greg Laurie. So Greg Laurie had something going on in Romania. So it's just crazy.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to say let go, Mr. Let Go, when Romania is kind of a loss, because Slavic nation is very big. People see it as all these different countries, but Slavic people were used to be all united, you know. That's why we are all Slavic and have similar flags. So Romania kind of well, you have this big base there of Americans, and it's not entry, you know, like you have to sometimes say, like, I'm in Poland
So you're
now.
saying Romania is just a big old army base?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
okay. Wow.
and geography is very important, you know, always.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
All right, let's get back to the video.
Okay, bye. Thanks, man.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. You're always welcome to come back another time, okay?
Yeah, send me some a list of things I should comment. I was completely unprepared, so I'm more, you know, cohesive and things, and maybe I can prepare some things. All right? All right.
I will.
Bye.
Thank you. All right.
Bye. How do I get out of here?
I think that's kind of like, I got it. I'll fix it. Right. You don't think that's kind of like bad faith? Right. You're a victim. You're abused. You know, your child is taken away from you. You witness all this trauma. He met you at 17. All this stuff, but now you going crazy on. I'm gonna take all y'all down. Fuck all y'all. Like. So hold on one second. Quick commercial break, and we'll come right back. And if anybody else wants to come up, I'm welcoming anybody to come up. Just click the link. It says, come and share your opinion on the show.
This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions. Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like another like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
Hey, love and compassion. And make sure to get your card games, your mother-daughter card games. Mother's Day is coming up. And I said before, I'm most likely going to sell out before Mother's Day. So get your mother-daughter card games. The link is in the chat, and the link is also right up under this video. All right, so let's keep going. Who talks like that? That's a victim, is all I'm saying. And
who talks like that?
Who talks like that is an angry victim, huh?
Yeah, who talks like that is a woman who was brought into this country as a minor, taken away from her. She decided, or they brought her in, away from her family, away from her parents. She got into this relationship, had a child, never got her green card, never got her citizenship. And now that she doesn't want to fall in line, how she has been obeying for so many years, now she's humbled, spending 4 months in jail or prison or wherever she was, and then deported and away from her child. Well, their child. I'm sorry, their child.
The thing is, when you get out of an abusive relationship, you're in the most danger at that very beginning point. And when she's putting herself even further in danger for money, that's even worse.
Yes. All of this for money is just, it just sounds like I said. Yeah. So it's like when you look at stuff like this, she's all on Twitter just going crazy. You waking stuff up. People like, oh, what happened? You know, like, tell us what happened. No.
You need to be sniffed out.
Yeah, what do you mean you're not going to tell us what happened? You starting mess, and now you're like, no, I ain't going to tell y'all nothing. Huh? So it just seems disingenuous, and I don't want to take victimhood away from anybody. I'm just looking at this from an objective standpoint, and I'm like, you know, yes, you're a victim. Yes, you were, you know, whatever. You was on Epstein's plane and all this other stuff. And you were besties with Melania Trump and all this stuff. Yeah.
Billionaires and the most powerful man on earth. Not wise.
So it's like, Why don't you just stay quiet and just let the court work on getting your child back? Why you like for some people they think Twitter is court. Twitter isn't court. People want to just go on Twitter and just go crazy. That's not gonna help you get your child back. That's not gonna help you get your victimhood acknowledged. You do all that in the courts. You stay quiet and you let your lawyer speak for you. You ever heard whatever you say can be
will be used in court.
Will be used against you in a court of law?
Yep.
So crashing out on Twitter is the opposite of what she's trying to do. So it's either talk and tell it all or be quiet and let the court deal with it. Do you understand what I'm saying, Ram?
I get what you're saying. I probably understand that she's coming from an emotional place, as any woman would, when their child is not accessible to them.
What does that mean? Your child is not accessible. The child is with their father.
What
does that mean?
Well, the child is not accessible to her. The child is not accessible to her because the child, from what I understand, does not want to be where she is. Yes.
The child is 16. See, you actually made it worse by saying he's 16. I'm thinking he's 8.
No,
if he's 16, what do you need custody of a 16-year-old for? He needs to be with his daddy. What? So this is the conversation right here. What?
Well, I actually feel like
he's 16.
I feel like we need both parents.
Wait. No, I was 16. Okay. I needed my daddy. Okay. A 16-year-old boy needs his daddy. He had his mama all his life. I need my daddy. I don't like my mama at the age of 16. I don't know if you know this, but most male and females do not like their mother when they're 16. All right, so this is the main part of the conversation that sparked a lot of comments yesterday. And somebody said, didn't we watch this yesterday? Yes, we're watching this today to give anybody the opportunity to come up and share your opinion. So the link, the link is pinned at the top of the chat for you to come on and share your opinion about this conversation, because I had at least about 30 different people in my comment section yesterday saying, where's the link? Where's the link? I want to talk about this. So I'm giving y'all an opportunity to come up and have this discussion. That's the reason why I'm doing this. So hit the link if you want to be a part of the discussion. If you disagree with me, you disagree with them, come on the show and then we can have this conversation. So that's the reason why I'm posting this or on live with this. I'm making myself available to my audience who wanted to talk to me yesterday. All the hormones in racing, nobody ain't not trying to listen to their mama. So he had his mama all his life. As a 16-year-old, I need to be with my daddy. Can I miss my mama? Yeah, but I don't need to be in my mother's custody if I'm 16.
And if he's that old, this may anger him.
Right. I left my household at 17. I left my mama at 17. I don't need my mama. I don't need to be in my mama's custody as a 16-year-old boy. Where's my dad? So no, you made it worse with your information. So thank you for enlightening me. Yeah, thank you for that. I'm not saying you did something wrong, but you made her Amanda's case even worse. Now she's like, I'm fighting for my child. He's 16. What are you talking about? Now she sounds like a nutcase. You took my child away from me. He needs to be with his father. What are you talking about? No boy wants to be with their mom at 16.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's fair to alienate any parent at any age
while
they're a minor.
That's not the point.
He's gonna fight.
It made her look like she's a victim because you took my child away from me. He's almost an adult. You
That
didn't
boy's
take
gonna be
nothing.
mad.
He lives in America with his father versus living in Brazil with his mother. And he's not from Brazil. He was born in America. Who the hell wants to live in Brazil as a 16-year-old boy?
Well, versus having both of his parents in the U.S. and being
That's
able to
not
go
how
back
life
and
goes.
forth.
Ram,
That's
do
not an
you
option
think,
now, though.
Ram, do you think I had both of my parents?
Well, I had both of my parents, and I still have both of my
Do you
parents, and
think
my
most?
children
Do
have
you
both of
think?
their parents.
Wait. Do you think most people had both of their parents growing up?
I don't know. I know I did, and I know my kids
Most
do.
people don't. So it's okay to not have both of your parents. So let me tell you something. White, black, different races. Most young people either did not have one of their parents or their parents divorced before they were 10 years old. Okay. I divorced my wife. So my kids dealt with the same thing. Nobody has both of their parents, or almost nobody. I would say 90% of 16-year-olds do not have full access to both of their parents at the age of 16. So welcome to life, little Ungaro person.
I don't
Mr.
believe
Ungaro?
that. I mean, maybe the statistic is more like
Okay,
50
it's okay that you
50%.
don't. It's okay that you
50% of
don't.
people don't have both of their parents,
Ram,
but I don't think it's 90.
it's not that it's not about agreeing or disagreeing. I'm letting you know that this woman is painting herself out to be a victim, and slowly she's not a victim, and she's using her child, which is almost an adult, to make it look like she's a victim. I thought she was a victim because I thought he was 8. She's not a victim if he's 16. Don't nobody want to be with a mama at the age of 16. And most people do not have full access, they're not in the same household with both of their parents at the age of 16. Most. Do you know your daddy? Can you call your daddy? Yeah. But you're not in the household with both of your parents at the age of 16. 90% of people.
I don't think it's 90%.
It doesn't matter.
I think it's more like 50. And then also
it doesn't matter. Ram, it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter. The point is, this woman is not the type of victim that we are looking at her painting herself as. She keeps she took my child away from me. He's 16.
Initially, I felt bad for her,
but think about how when we see these 16-year-olds, young adults,
we gotta stop
committing all this stuff, and then we ask, well, where are the parents? Oh, well,
He's with his
Mr. Lazo
daddy.
doesn't think he needs his mom.
He has his parent, his father. And this is the problem that I see all the time. It's like fathers are not parents, or we're like backup parents. Talking about her 16-year-old needs his mother. No, he doesn't. He had his mother all his life. Now he needs his father. So right here, Love and Compassion says, it's the sad thing about it is that instead of her using her victimhood, because she is a victim, for helping other victims and exposing what is happening, she's doing it for money. Exactly. Hey, how's it going? You there?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm here. Good, yourself?
I'm good. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I feel like in this case, instead of pitting the mother against the father, if the mother thinks that the father is so bad and she has all this stuff on him that could expose and help so many other people, instead of letting the son be with the father, and let the son become a small version or mini version of the father, how about the mother expose everything and get the son by doing what's right and what's going to help out everybody instead of being selfish and just looking for the money, because it sounds like she just wants the money.
And that's my problem right there, because I agree with you and disagree with you at the same time. The way I disagree with you is that's his father, right? And what women tend to do, they would make like her having sex with a man and having a baby made that man that child's father, right? So she created this person as their father, right? So you can't undo that. So he has rights to his son. So you can't turn around and say, oh, I don't like him now, so he can't be his father. That's not how it works.
Correct.
He has the right to his son. So if he's an axe murderer or if he's Superman, that's still his freaking father, and he has the right to his son, right? That's how I disagree. But to agree with you is now she's doing this for money instead of the victims. And she's weaponizing the fact that she does not have her son in custody as victimhood. But her son is 16. So if he had if it was a 5-year-old, I would see her more as a victim. But he's 16. He probably don't even want to be around her. So you can't use your son as a weapon. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you, because at this point, at this age, the son needs the father more than the mother, because he's trying to grow into a man, so he needs a role model. But at the same time, it sounds like both parents on this case doesn't qualify to be a good role model due to their past and to what they have done to other kids growing up in history that they have together, you know?
Yeah. So it's like
thank you, brother. I appreciate the opportunity.
All right, thank you for coming up, man. I appreciate you.
All right, brother.
All right. And that's literally what I'm saying. I'm just like, you know, women would turn around and sleep with a man or be in a relationship with a man or marry a man or whatever and have kids with the man. And simply because you don't like the man no more, you think your child's supposed to be with you. That's not how life works. You shouldn't have slept with the man and had a baby with the man, and you can't turn around and call the man a terrible person after you done had a baby with the man, because he wasn't a terrible person when you had a baby with him. Like, what are we doing? So it's either the man is terrible or he's not. And if he's terrible, why you had a baby with him? So she is using this boy as a pawn in order to show everybody how much of a victim she is. And that is showing me and everybody else that she is using this whole situation in order to get some money. And I think that's very dysfunctional. And that's my whole point.
He doesn't want to go to a foreign country he's probably never even lived in. That'd be horrible.
He shouldn't have to go to a foreign country. He should have his mom in the United States.
But that's not possible right now.
And that's the whole point.
And that's another thing. She should have her. He should have his mom, or kids should have two parents. Nobody cares, because at the end of the day, it's usually on the stupid ass parents for the child not having parents. Either one of the parents is stupid or both parents are stupid. So when we sit around and say, well, a child should have two parents. Well, the child's parents weren't stupid. They would have two parents. So what does that have to do with anything? A child should have two parents. Well, the parents are stupid. So that's the reason why the child doesn't have two parents. Most people who don't have two parents, one or both of their parents were stupid, or something was wrong, something happened, somebody got abused or whatever, divorce, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, we can't sit around and just use this conversation. Every child should have two parents. Okay, they don't. Now what? And it's just like, what does that help? Saying what something should be or what should happen. It's not happening, and we need to move on. It's just annoying what somebody should do. It didn't happen. Not the whole, and it's the parents' fault that it didn't happen, and not a child. Point. That's not the whole point. The point, you know what the point is, Ram? The point is she came online ready to expose PDF files and terrible people that have victimized hundreds of people for the last 20 years. Her son is not the point. That's the point. She's using her son to make a point. And her son, now being 16, that we know, has nothing to do with this. But she's using it in order to make her look like a victim. He took my son away from me. Like it's not his son too. And don't nobody want to live in Brazil with their mama as a 16-year-old anyway.
He shouldn't have to. She should be in the United States.
Should.
And because she's not, that's how this all kicked off.
But why?
No, it's
Why
not.
should
No,
she?
it's
Though?
not. It's the way this call kicked off is because she tried to get full custody of him. That's how this all kicked off.
She said she was going to blow everything away. I thought about
right. Exactly.
Like exposing everything.
Right.
That was the whole.
That's the point. She got online, putting all of us in her business.
I was all for it at first, and then I was like,
yeah. Man, this lady don't go on somewhere. Now, I'm not saying that she's not a victim, Ram. I'm saying she is a victim as well as a co-conspirator. She is part of the RICO case.
Yeah.
Unless she gets immunity.
I never thought.
So the only thing she needs to be asking for is freaking immunity and not all this goofy stuff. Give me some money.
Yeah.
No, you need immunity. And I love this. Asia said she should have put some money to the side. She should have gotten a green card. Exactly. You trying to drag your son into all this because your ass didn't get a green card. You're a 41-year-old woman with no green card, and you get mad that you're deported, and you want to use your son in order to make you look like a victim, in order to get somebody to give you some damn money for exposing somebody that you wasn't planning on exposing until they pissed you off. See, I have a problem with people who want to expose something because they mad. Expose it because there's victims out there that need you to expose the problem, not because you mad. I don't respect people who only want to expose the world, expose your baby daddy, or expose whomever simply because they pissed you off. You're not to be trusted. And that's my point. This woman needs to go sit down somewhere over in Brazil, go spend time with her family, and shut up. Because ain't nobody finna give her no damn money. That's why she got quiet. Because she mad because ain't nobody giving her no damn money. This woman is a user. Amanda Ungaro, not the woman on the show. So you can do what you said you was going to do. You can do what you threatened that you was going to do, which is blow up this whole system. Get immunity and get protection from the government so you can say what you have to say. But no, she wants some money. Oh, my child, my toddler.
It doesn't speak a lick of Spanish, probably.
They don't speak Spanish in Brazil. They speak Portuguese.
Portuguese, whatever. He probably is. That's even less spoken.
Word. You actually think a 16-year-old American boy wants to be out there trying to talk to Portuguese girls? Like,
the dad sounds like an Italian name, and Italian and Spanish are kind of similar, so that's even worse.
He's better off with his dad. Most kids are 16-year-old boys are better off with their dads. Sorry, but most 16-year-old boys want to be with their dad.
That's probably what he chooses.
Right. He don't want to be with his mom. But of course, poor woman. Yes, I get it. Poor her. But stop adding your child to the poor woman. Nobody wants to be around her. She deserves to be in America, but all this other stuff, she needs to sit down. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not saying she's not a victim. I'm saying she's adding sauce on her victimhood. And I am not with any woman putting sauce on her victimhood. I am vehemently against women putting sauce and seasoning on their victimhood. I hate it.
Trust me. I was in a long time ago.
Yo, the Wife School podcast said, don't talk about her 500-month-old toddler. Exactly. My 500-month-old, my 1,000-month-old toddler is a victim of her father. Man, go on. It's just crazy, man. It's just really sad how women just well, I ain't gonna say all women, but how some women just make up anything in order to become a freaking victim.
You don't want to be around the situation.
And I did say some women.
You want to,
right? Because the thing about it is just like what you just said. You don't want to be around it. If you were abused, if you were
you don't want money. You just want to stay.
You want to be in Brazil away from all this stuff.
That's right. Relief finally.
Let him be over there. Y'all do what y'all do. I'm out of here. Yeah, a lot of victims are also opportunists. They use their victimhood in order to get some type of attention or money in this situation. He's 16. He'll be all right. He's with his daddy. Go to Brazil and get out of here and be happy. But she ain't got no money in Brazil. And the son is 16, not 12. He's 16 years old right now. She ain't got no money out there in Brazil. Your home country is in Brazil. It ain't like she's in some weird country that she's from Brazil. She got deported. It ain't like she's in prison. She was in jail for 4 months, which is bad. I get that. But you in your home country around your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your sister, everybody. Why are you a victim now? Go be with your family and be quiet. Or come back or scorch earth on all these PDF files. Pick one, but you can't have both. That's all I'm saying. She wants both. She wanted both ways. She want to be a victim and being a. All right, so somebody said Candace didn't tell until something happened to her. Candace didn't tell what? Can you elaborate on this? Talking about Charlie Kirk? What? She didn't. I don't know. Can you explain this right here? Are you saying Candace didn't say anything bad about Turning Point USA until Charlie Kirk died, or what do you mean she didn't tell until something happened to her? What? Trying to get some understanding. Because I might agree with you. I don't know. America have custody of a 6-year-old boy that probably don't want to be around her ass, and everybody see her as I'm a little Easter egg bunny rabbit. I'm an Easter bunny. Oh my God! I'm an innocent little ferret. Oh my God! I'm a little mouse. No. Be a victim or be happy in Brazil Oh, okay. I got it. A child can choose to which parent they want to live with at the age of 12. There we go. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. I agree. Yes, until Charlie Kirk died or until she got fired. Well, she didn't say anything when she got fired. She got fired like 2 years prior. So she didn't say anything then. The only time Candace Owens said something is when Charlie Kirk died. And that makes all the sense in the world. You kill my friend, I'm gonna like go crazy too, because that was my friend. So why would she say anything and her friend is still alive? So that makes all the sense in the world. You should advocate for your friend if he was wrongly killed?
Yeah.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
I said that turned quick from the I'm gonna blow all this out of to what can I get out of this?
Yeah. And it's her words on Twitter saying that. She called somebody an idiot. She said, for free, you idiot? I'm like, wow. She called a person that is advocating for victims an idiot.
Wow.
If you had one wish involving us, what would it be?
That we got along better.
Okay.
The day that you told me, like, I was so happy for you, my mindset toward you completely changed. I think after you had her, you realized like how hard it is to be a mom. And like when you look back at things that maybe like make you mad at me, you realize like, okay, well, that is hard.
I just bought this mother-daughter card game because I came to the realization that my issues with my mom are not resolved, so I decided to do something about it. I just played this card game with my mom and we both literally broke down crying. Here's the card game right here. Buy it. Every woman needs this. You won't regret it.
Ram, what do you think about that, Ram? She called somebody on Twitter that is advocating for victims an idiot.
Well, no, on that part, of course not. It's in poor taste. That was in poor taste.
So you understand what we're saying?
Oh yeah, definitely. That was in poor taste because the victims definitely matter.
Yeah. Call that person an idiot. Oh, you think I'm gonna do it for free? Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? You know where all the bodies are buried. You're the only one that knows where the bodies are buried, and you don't want to say nothing because ain't nobody gave you some money.
Scared.
And all you want to do is want my child. Man, get this lady out of here.
I don't know. I don't want to dismiss. I don't want to dismiss the whole child part. I just don't. I mean, I'm a mother. I have children, and I wouldn't want to be in another country away from my kids. And I don't care if they're only 16, or they're already 16.
What do you mean you don't care?
I'm saying that the age of 16, I still want to be able to be in the same country as my 16-year-old.
But
That's what I'm saying.
You don't have a visa. You can't. You don't have a visa. You can't.
That young
as an adult,
angry.
Ram, as an adult woman, she's like 35 or something, maybe 40. You didn't know you need a visa to stay in this country? You didn't know you
legally
you need to legally be in this country? So when you say she should do this, no, she should have a legal visa.
Yeah.
She don't need her husband to do all that for her.
But she could have, and he didn't.
No, she didn't. She's an adult.
She rode along that train till
right.
Till it and then now she has to think of a way out of it.
Women want to ignore being adults on Thursday. Women want to be victims of everything Tuesday, but Thursday they want to be independent women, and I'm smart and I don't need no man, and I'm strong, but come Wednesday, I'm a victim. I don't have a visa. Oh my God, what do I do? This woman is 40 years old.
She's used to the billions of dollars.
Huh?
She's used to the billions of dollars.
Yeah.
She's used to them billions. She's used to them billions. I knew that wouldn't last though.
It just be crazy how Tuesday you're a strong, independent woman and you're smart and and then Thursday I'm a victim. Oh my God, my child.
20 years.
Shit is crazy. I'm sorry, I don't go for all that mess. I don't.
She could have been saving that money and made a plan and got out earlier. Yep.
She ain't had no exit plan. She don't have no stash of money and been with a man for 19 years.
Enough. Mm-hmm.
What in the world?
She wasn't scared enough to be. She could have been asking for her diamonds and been saving the money and got some fake ones and had millions.
Yes, in so many ways, right?
Mhm.
Look, Stephanie
I can
says,
think of ways just like that. Yes.
look, check this out.
You're broke.
Hold on. Let me read this chat. She says, I'm getting ready for Victim Wednesday.
Bruh.
Ladies, hold on. What day is it today? It's Tuesday. What day is
I
it?
can't feel sorry for a billionaire that was
Yeah.
witnessing all this stuff. That
Right.
it doesn't seem right when you start
Ram, she was
thinking
with
about
a
it.
billionaire and she ain't got no money. She ain't stashed nothing. She ain't stole nothing.
That's
Right,
not.
so
I mean,
it's Tuesday, ladies. Y'all ready for Victim Wednesday? Tomorrow, y'all get to be a victim. I'm a victim. My child. Oh my God. I'm a victim.
no, she's used to that lifestyle.
Oh my
She was in that
God.
lifestyle.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But I'm sorry, I don't let women get away with stuff over here. I don't let men get away with stuff over here. I don't let Erika Kirk. I call Erika Kirk an idiot. I also
My
call
mom is a narcissist, so I know how it goes. So
yeah, but I also call Andrew Colvin an idiot. I call Blake Neff an idiot. I call all them folks at TP Turning Point but guess what?
No,
Say
you're doing a lot.
why does it always messed up? All right, y'all. I just wanted to do I would say a follow-up show on yesterday because I had so many people that said they wanted the link and they wanted to come up and share their opinions or whatever. So I'm out of here. Like I said, I just wanted to be available to you guys. So if somebody wanted to come up and voice their opinions, they could. And somebody did in the comments say they wanted to hear the whole like button song. So here is the entire hit the like button song.
Everybody, everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. What? Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. If you got something to say, drop it in the comments. Don't be